Live from 2014, it's the Slam Dunklers.
Welcome to the first installment of the Slam Dunklers Year of the Dunkler podcast here. 2014 will be our year, even though we're starting a couple weeks late.
No, this is definitely not recorded in the last week of January. This is right off New Year's just happened. I can still see the fireworks going off.
So yeah, it's been a little while. I've been busy and all that. You've been busy and so forth. So I'm just gonna cut right to it. Major shout outs to White Castle for not serving Vinny Sciubetta breakfast at 1:15. That rule's in place for a reason.
Yeah, gotta keep sanity.
So yeah, stuff's happened. Ryan O'Donnell is now the sole owner of Dark Forest.
Yes, this is true.
A wise man once said there can be only one.
I actually saw that movie for the first time, Highlander.
God, it's so good.
It was so great. But answer me this. Why the hell is Sean Connery play a Spaniard when he's Scottish? Like, he's talking to a Scottish guy. Like, I thought it was a joke at first, then I realized it was serious. He actually is Spanish. Like, what?
Did you ever watch the Aqua Teen Hunger Force episode with the Highlander?
No.
Oh my, it's like the best 10 minutes of your life. It is the funniest episode. It is just priceless. So, yeah, that happened. Recently Star City Columbus happened. Bob Martin did well, Bianchi did well, Jeremiah Renda did well, Eric Szynski did alright. Eric did not have a top 8 finish, which was shocking because all he does is top 8.
Yeah, he's top 8, what, 3 of them now? 2 or 3?
I don't know, he's top 8. He just top 8's like all the events, like ever. But, on the plus side, Eric and Bob will be coming to Star City, Baltimore.
Sweet.
This weekend, hanging out with Joe Shea, who's right in my new backyard.
Right.
Gonna be sweet. But, so, there was something that happened in Columbus that's definitely a talking point. You've gotten a little coverage and so forth on, on the Buffalo groups and things like that. So, well, first off, David Adams proposed or I don't know how it was working. It was like a team David Adams kind of thing where guys are going to represent the store and all that.
Right.
We came up with that idea, months and months and months ago. So
yeah, a long time ago.
Thanks for being so behind with the times, guys. But, speaking of beyond the times, we'll touch that later on. But, Matt Ianni, he ended up going, air quotes, 8-1 at the event. Did you hear about this?
No, I did not hear about this.
Okay. So what happened was, I was checking the round, round 3. I posted a little update with the people. I knew we were there and I scouted. And Matt was, 1-2, he had 3 points. And I was like, okay, it seems a little strange. Matt's a little bit better of a player than that, but he's having a bad run, whatever. Mm-hmm. Then I see someone posting, yeah, he's 6-0. And I'm like, well, that can't be right. He had 3 points after round 3.
Right.
I kind of know how math works a little bit. A little bit. I mean, not much, but, so whatever. So it turns out that he filled out the match slips incorrectly for the first 2 rounds. And his opponents, partially, I guess one of his opponents, scummed him out on it. The other one just didn't know either. Mm-hmm. And, so he was in he started out, technically 0-2, even though he had the wins.
Right.
So theoretically he had won his first 3 rounds. He was, sitting with 3 O's. But, after round 2, he was in the 0-2 sleeveless bracket.
That was a great place to be.
Yeah, he's practically at Subway, practically seeing if they can still serve him breakfast. I mean, he's in the Sciubetta position.
Yeah.
The Sciubetta seat,
Yeah.
So, he ended up winning, he lost one round out of the, he played 9 rounds, I guess. Or he had played 10 rounds and he went, effectively 9-1, but he got credit for 7-3.
Huh.
It's pretty strange.
That is strange, but at the same point, just check your match slip and don't, double check your match slip. It's really not that hard.
I mean, it's one of those things, I can see things being complicated and so forth, but, match slips, it pretty much says how many wins did you have, how many losses did you have.
Yeah, match slips are not a confusing matter at all. Yeah. They're actually very easy.
Yeah, I mean, Magic's been out, competitive Magic's been going for over 10 years, so, I mean, I think, they figured out a system to make it, as intuitive as possible, but, I mean, on top of that.
Definitely human error and not, something, it's not it's really confusing, I can see that happening. It's no, you just were lazy and didn't check. It's your fault.
Yeah, I will say, like, I mean, I've said this before. I mean, I say it so many times. If you're unsure on anything, you just call a judge. Because, you know, if you're unsure on something and you take a risk on it, like, you know, he ended up losing his first 2 rounds even though he had won. And,
Yeah.
you know, and that, you know, that very well could have cost him a top 8 or something.
Yep.
On the same token, I mean, and I know people talked about this too, and I don't know. This is like maybe it's like a David Adams thing or whatever. You know, I mean, David Adams had a car going and, you know, saying, oh, you know, he's 8-1 and, you know, he would have top 8'd and so forth. I mean, it is possible that he would have top 8'd, but at the same time, it's a lot easier to get wins when you're playing against guys who are 0-2.
Yeah, without sleeves
1-3, 2-3,
Yeah.
4-3.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm not gonna try to take anything away from him, but.
I mean, 8 wins or 9 wins is 9 wins, but at the same time, it's like,
yeah, I mean,
it's obviously not the same.
It's not the same as rattling off, you know, 9 wins in a row because, I mean, you're probably probably against, you know, but you'll be playing against better players in the, you know, in the 7-0 bracket than you are in the 5.
Obviously.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't take anything away from him, but just be aware, you know, the competition is not as soft as you had going on.
I would definitely take something away from him though. If he thinks that he would have top 8'd for sure, then I would definitely be taking something away from him.
I mean, it's one of those things. Like, I don't know. I mean, he might have top 8'd. I have no idea. I haven't really talked to him much since. But I mean, you know, good job at your first event. I will say that. Get the match lift thing figured out, and you'll be in better shape.
Learning to read a really hard skill, though.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those things. Like, I'm not gonna disagree with you. You know, it's one of those things. Like, too long, can't read. It's just a little match lift.
Too stupid to give up. Yeah, just like crumble up the match slip and throw it at the judge and hope that it's right.
I mean, and it's one of those things. Like, I feel like, you know, I mean, I almost want to say part of the blame goes to David Adams for, you know, not like never having match slips. Like, if you have match slips, you know, just randomly here and there, people understand how to fill them out and things like that.
Yeah, that actually, I've talked about this a lot. Maybe not on the show, but I've talked to people and to like store owners and stuff. It's like people get away with really sloppy play at FNMs especially, which is where a lot of these people, you know, play a majority of their games at FNM.
What do you mean sloppy play?
I'm talking like, you know, missing upkeep triggers and just like letting it take back, you know, like doing things in the wrong order, announcing combat incorrectly, not doing match slips. Although match slips is a little much for FNM, but like just like playing like really sloppy. It's like you understand, you know, what's going to happen. Like, oh, I missed my Dark Confidant trigger, you know, I'll reveal the card or whatever.
Yeah.
But like stuff like that is the stuff that you don't get away with, when you're playing at a big tournament. And I've seen like high level players, you know, that play like a lot of FNM and they're just like playing really sloppily. And I'm like, you realize that you're going to be playing, or you're at least going to be, you know, inclined more to play like that while you're at a big tournament. And like,
yeah, you get the bad habits now.
Yeah. How, you know, how bad is it going to feel when you miss your upkeep trigger and you go to like try to draw your card instead, like at a big tournament, like what, like you might as well just do it right the whole time instead of being lazy for almost no reason. Yeah.
Actually, you know, there was something I saw that was just absurd. Speaking of Star City Columbus, I was watching the Legacy event, and I could not believe this. I was just in awe. I think it was like Eric Smith. He's like, you know, he had like won a Star City event or like won a invitational or something,
Sure.
like a legit pro.
Uh-huh.
He's playing Legacy, and he's playing as Todd Anderson, who, you know. What are your thoughts on Todd Anderson?
He has a really great haircut.
Yeah. I'm glad I haven't lost a bet like that before.
I think he won a bet.
Hate. But yeah, he's playing against Todd Anderson, and you know, Anderson's playing Jund Land's Merit Lage.
Okay.
So he plays like an Herb Organ play, and he goes like turn 2 or he's like turn 3, 20/20 indestructible.
Yep.
And then the guy just is his game 3, and dude just scoops up his hand. He's like, yeah, he had like 2 forests in play or something, and you know, he couldn't deal with it. And like, I'm looking at his hand, I almost like spit out a burrito I'm eating because he's got a Liliana of Veil in his hand. You know, I mean, like,
if you only had 2 forests in play, then you couldn't cast Liliana.
Well, no, Anderson had an Herb Organ play.
Oh, that's right.
It was like unbelievable. I was like, this.
Oh, I mean, That's the sort of thing that you miss.
Yeah, I mean
It's not like it's not like a normal interaction to like know that Urborg gives you black.
well, I mean if you've been playing Magic for long enough and so
Not
forth.
even that though. Because
Yeah, I
you're
don't
not
know.
going to play against Urborg. You're going to play against Urborg once every 3 tournaments, maybe.
Yeah, I mean it's one of
And
those things.
legacy tournaments are few and far between as well.
Yeah, but I mean at the same time, like if you're playing, you got to be aware. Like
Yeah.
This is one of the things where practice really goes a long way in knowing the cards. So like
But like
you're
there's so many cards. It's
Yeah,
like
but-
if you miss an interaction with like some weird like Ice Age card in a legacy tournament, like I'm not going to blame you if you don't play around your opponent's Ashen Ghoul correctly because you've never seen the card played before.
Yeah,
that's
but-
fine. And Urborg is only slightly more played than that card.
I mean the guy. I mean Anders was playing lands. He was playing like literally like a lands deck. Like
Okay.
you check the lands the guy's playing. Like I mean
I'm sure that the guy knew what Urborg did, but it's not out of the realm of possibility for him to just not realize or to forget that Urborg adds, makes your lands black. Like,
yeah.
if it were in standard and it were like a standard interaction, like, yeah.
I don't know. Like I saw that and I was like flipping and I was like, oh my god, how do you miss that?
Well, it's also a lot easier to be like that when you're watching someone play because you have no pressure and you see everything a lot better than when you're actually.
And I did play a lands deck for a while.
Yeah. Well, and then especially when your opponent gets like, the nut draw or whatever, has the turn 2 or whatever, merit lays, you're already thinking like, man, I've got no way to win. And when you see like, oh, I don't even have mana for Liliana, you're just like, okay, scoop. Like he probably, when he has the 2 forests in play in the Liliana, his opponent goes turn 1 Urborg, doesn't think anything of it, and then, or maybe he thinks it's like, oh, I can add these, and he goes turn 2, Dark Depths plus Vampire Hexmage. He's just like flabbergasted at this point that he got, especially if it's game 3 where he's already like they probably already had like a good match. He's like, oh my god, he got this, and like not thinking of it, just like thinking the game's over. Which I mean is definitely bad. You shouldn't do that, but I can see where it came from.
Yeah, I guess. Like I don't know. Like I don't know. Like I
don't
was
think
shocked.
LSV would have made that mistake, but
Probably not.
I mean, this guy's not LSV.
True. His hair was not slicked all the way back.
He would not swine our tokens.
God, that Tom Martell token is still in my binder. It's a great talking point. It really is.
Yeah, and all of Jividen's pens are still in your pocket. Shout outs to Jividen for thinking he would ever get his markers back.
Oh my god. So yeah, I've been in Fairfax, dude. Like the FNMs here are a joke.
Yeah.
Like it's 3. First off, FNM is 3 rounds.
Okay.
You have to pay $5 to play, or get like a membership to the store.
Okay.
Which is whatever. And if you go 3-0, you get $20 of store credit. If you go 2-1, you get a pack. A pack, okay. And just for reference, like I mean, I've badmouthed stores for bad FNMs and bad skill play or whatever. I've never seen so many trans guild promenades in a room in my life. Okay. I've also I was playing against a guy on Friday. This is round 3. This is table 1, mind you. It's like the actual table 1, the 2 O's play.
Okay.
I'm playing against the guy. He's playing Selesnya aggro.
Okay.
Okay. He's missing. What do you think are 2 of the strongest cards in Selesnya aggro?
Voice of Resurgence and the 3/3 token for 2 mana.
3/3 token for 2.
Conclave. All the Conclave.
Yeah, didn't have either of those. You know what else? I wasn't going to call it Conclave. I think there's a better card there.
Advent of the Worm?
Yeah, better than that. How about Selesnya Charm?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, no Selesnya Charms. Like a moron, I sided out my Desecration Demons and, things like that. I was like, oh, yeah, I sided out my Obzots. It's like, I can't lose him to Selesnya Charms.
He got you, man.
Yeah, he meted me.
That was newbie's old technique when running Fish in Legacy. You just don't play Force of Will because you don't need it because your opponent plays around it.
Yeah.
He got you, man.
It doesn't work in Standard for 50-cent cards.
Fair.
It's like shit, I mean, what do you do there? Like, you got to play around Selesnya Charm. He's priced in,
Yeah, that's like the old thing. It's like bad players don't play around Wing Shards, so you always get them. And like, okay, then what's the problem? I don't have Wing Shards in my deck.
It's like it's unbelievable. It's it's like playing like Legacy Goblins. Like, yeah, I don't need Aether Vials. I have to, they'll be playing around Aether Vials. you know?
My Aether Vials all have, Zektar Shrine Expedition.
Yeah, man. Magic here has been like, ugh. The trades are just like dead. Like no one's got like I've never seen like people just die for Shocklands. Like my God, like eight people think Shocklands are like gold because like the most expensive cards I've seen here. like I've seen there was one guy who randomly had a moat and that was like the most exciting thing. I was like, this guy's randomly got a moat. It was like the first guy, like one of the first guys I saw. Like the first guy I said on trades, like he's got just like a moat sitting in his binder. I'm like, oh my God, like people here must have sweet trades. Like this is gonna be awesome. Next binder, it's like just pages and pages of black commons. like ring flash, like, I'm like, what the hell?
I never knew that. I didn't even think they printed this many Ravenous Rats.
Ravenous Rats actually might have value, come on.
Maybe.
Like, unbelievable, like just, my God. But, yeah, there's something I gotta talk about too. There was, this was another Dunkler first, cause we're trendsetters here. The Western New York store competition.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of buzz going on this lately, and I know Radijak had, type stuff up and things like that. And I appreciate the fact that, other people are interested, but I think Radijak's idea is just really bad.
I don't know if I saw Radijak's idea.
Just saying right now. I like the fact he's going that way, but I think yeah, I mean, he pretty much wants to do, you get a team of 8, which is like 6 players and 2 advisors or something, which doesn't make sense. And then like you have the event and it's team sealed and team standard.
Okay.
And
why not just have 2 teams?
It doesn't really make too much sense. Like, I mean, I don't know. Here are my thoughts. He's like, you have these stores. So I thought we could either do, it's like 5 stores or whatever. And my thought was either you do 4 stores or you do 8 stores, just to make the math easier.
Sure.
And if you're doing, 8 stores, this is what I came up with. You get David Adams, you get Collectors, you get Dark Forest. You get Key and Peels.
Okay.
It's a very funny show, very funny store.
Yeah.
You also get the store that Jester's Cat became.
Okay.
Where they
Two Kings.
Two keys.
Two Kings.
Two keys. They don't have the peel.
They have no appeal.
Double the key, no appeal. There's the tagline for you right there.
There you go.
2 keys. So that's 5. We can also, if you want to be like the general area that like, kind of encompasses like our Magic community, you have Game Core, you have Millennium, that's 7, and then your 8th store it's a combination of, Highland Hobby, Father and Sons, and all the other random, like, other stores that are kind of,
stores,
yeah, like the other smaller stores.
Yeah.
They all kind of, they can all kind of, pull their player pool together.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. There's your 8 teams. And, if you only do 4, then you just do, David Adams, Collectors, Forest, and then, everyone else, which is like Key and Peele.
Yeah,
things like that.
Team.
The hybrid, the unified team, if you will,
Sure.
If you watch like the 1992 Olympics, yeah, the wild card. Shout outs to the 92 Olympiad. But yeah,
Dream team, baby.
The Dream Team, the original Dream Team.
Yep.
And, he said, one thing I really didn't like was he's like, yeah, players can, the stores can determine, just ask players or have like qualifiers or events or whatever. I don't think it should be like that, cause like if you just have it where it's like every store asks, then, all you're doing is incentivizing stores to give, money or cards or, swag to players to play on their team. And that's not really what you want. It's not representative of the stores. It's just representative of who's willing to pay more to get, a title or whatever. So I feel like each player should play like, X number of events at a store or, a certain number of events, like a percentage of their events they play should be like qualified towards their home store or whatever.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. I guess I feel like it should be more along the lines of like you represent your store or, you kind of want that.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you all good, man. All you, man.
Did you see that David Adams posted a team event?
Yeah, I saw that. Actually, it was just posted earlier today.
I actually think they did it in a pretty good way. You basically just make your team of 3 and then say which store you're representing.
Wait, you say you represent a store?
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Oh, I didn't see
think.
That. Let me.
Yeah. So like that's I think a good way to do it, because like the problem with So if you have an 8-person team or a 4-person team, it doesn't, or like a 3-person team, it doesn't matter. The problem becomes there's a struggle between stores wanting to have the best team and stores not playing favorites and stores fighting over people who go to multiple stores.
Yeah.
So, like Kai, which store would Kai play for? I don't know. He goes to all the stores, and sometimes like he doesn't play Magic events, but once every
Yeah.
Like Kai, like there's a lot of players that just go to every high EV event. It doesn't matter. I mean,
Exactly.
They might have an affiliation to a certain store, but like some people just go to all the high EV events, which is fine. I think I like what David Adams did, and also that it also keeps because okay, if you're in the event, it's cool. It's cool kind of for the store to, like the store owners and stuff to have this competition. But like, honestly, like who cares? Like random F&Mer that goes to David Adams, why do they care about this event? Like,
yeah.
Like, but now, like the David Adams event, I actually think they did it really well because like anybody can join. It's not like a small event. It's like, as many people as they want. And then, I mean, it's not as focused on the store thing, but you get to choose which store you play for.
Exactly.
Which is, kind of cool.
So, I mean, if you're choosing between like, hey, who can get Kai on their team, who can get, Narcissus on their team. Narcissus doesn't really play much. Kai doesn't really play much. So, I mean, that's always rough. Like, I feel like a better way to do it would be to, just like if they're like a PTQs or like a Grand Prix where a lot of people travel. Hey, we've got 7 people from this store and 5 people from this store. Let's see, the top finishers, things like that.
Yeah.
Or just do this like, hey, we're all from Buffalo. Let's all do as good as we can. Let's test together. Let's play together. Let's, screw people from Pittsburgh, just.
Yeah. Oh man, screw Pittsburgh, man. Duquesne Dimes, man. It all comes back to the Duquesne Dimes.
I mean, it's
also speaking of the David Adams event. I think Ryan, I walked downstairs today, and Ryan goes, "We're getting the band back together," and I'm like, "What are you talking about? Like you're in a band?" He's like, "No, we're getting the band back together." David Adams posted a team tournament. And I'm like, "Oh boy, the old Team Dark Forest top." Or I think we got 24th at GP Providence. We got to run it back.
Team Blevins chokes day 2.
Team Blevins carries day 1 at 9-1. We'll put it like that.
Despite the fact Kai and Ryan were both 10-0. You actually finished your match like 20 minutes before they were there. I had food, just watching you. Just like, have fun, Blevins.
I mean, I'm not gonna disagree, but yeah, we might run that team back. We might.
Nice.
But yeah, I thought that was a pretty good event. I think that was probably the best way to do a public event.
Yeah.
And I don't as cool as a private, small, 16 person or however, or like
all
18.
It does is cause problems.
It causes problems, and I don't think that there's a really good reason for the stores to do it, from a financial perspective. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely cool to have, if we make a little trophy and pass it on or whatever, but there's no real, as someone who
here you go. Here's an idea for you. This is what you do. Is the trophy idea is brilliant. You come with a trophy and you just have it's like Buffalo's best finish.
Yeah.
And then, if a bunch of people go to a Grand Prix, the person who does the best finish puts it in the store that they represent or choose or whatever, where they normally play. And then when they go and there's another Grand Prix or, Star City event or whatever, and, and say 10 plus people attend, then the trophy moves to the person who finishes best there.
Right.
Something like that. And, it doesn't require direct competition. It's just a cute thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just
but from a financial perspective of who.
Why are all these stores going to throw in a couple $100 each for a prize for? Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, for the 16 people or whatever, or however many people would play in the tournament. The public event I think is better. It's not as intrinsically cool because it's not actually, it's probably not the going to be the the teams, like the perfectly crafted teams,
Yeah.
like an actual competition. But it's probably a better tournament overall.
True. Also, I think 6-0, Born of the Gods isn't right. I thought it should have been like 8-4. That's what I heard.
Yeah, it definitely shouldn't be half and half.
Yeah, like 6-6 doesn't seem right.
I don't think so. Well, maybe because it's equal parts when it's all 3 sets.
True.
So
but I mean, yeah, but at the same time, when you draft, it's,
When you draft it, well, you can't have an even number with 2 packs for draft.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I would assume since it's like 2-1, you can just
sealed 3 and 3.
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah. So maybe 6 and 6 is right. I don't know.
Yeah, I think 6 and 6 is correct.
I mean, 6 and 6 would be more interesting. I will say that though.
Yeah, I mean, plus it's right after the release or the pre-release. I don't remember. So people are gonna want to play with the new cards anyway.
Yeah.
So
that should be cool. Like I think it's really sad. I would have loved to have been around to do it and so forth. So
I would much rather it be 8-4 so that I have 2 less Born of the Gods packs to have to open. Oh God, the set looks so bad. It looks so bad.
I mean, there are definitely gonna be some money cards in there, but like it just like play wise, it seems awful. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, like what even money cards are there? Like I did like
the Mill God is gonna be worth a boatload.
Really?
Yeah. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, it's gonna be worth an insane amount.
Why?
Because it mills.
Oh, for
it's not gonna be good. It's gonna be worth.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking like there's like a deck or something.
Oh no! Oh God, no.
The card looks terrible.
The deck is 50,000 random casual decks.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to get. I was like, that card looks terrible. All those gods look pretty bad.
No,
and they all cost 1 million mana, and they all are.
Yeah, I don't like. I think the green white one seems okay, but I mean, I don't think any of them are really playable. But like at the same time,
they'll probably get played. I guess the blue white one only costs 4, which is good.
It's good with Aetherling. It's good with Elspeth. I mean, it's not amazing, but at the same time, it's.
Mogus is only 4.
Yeah.
But his ability sucks. Yeah, his ability is really bad.
I mean, Shock every turn. It's not bad. It's just I don't think it's worth 4 mana. Like I mean, it's
1 player. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's like Sulfuric Vortex. Sulfuric Vortex for 4.
On them.
Yeah, for 4 on them. And I mean, it doesn't seem that good. I mean,
it's not even a God Minotaur, so you can't reduce his cost with Ragemonger.
The rage, all the rage.
Yep. Oh well. Yeah, I mean, obviously, the Planeswalker is going to be expensive.
Yeah.
The only other, everything else just looks so bad.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
are all the mythics revealed?
I don't know. Like I still don't even know what cards are mythics. Like I went through
that Phoenix is mythic. That'll probably be worth something, but I don't even think it's good.
I know. Like the problem is, I went through the spoiler and like I saw the cards and I'm like, where are the good ones? So I just assumed like no mythics were spoiled yet.
Yeah. So you've seen the Flame Wreathed Phoenix thing, right?
Yeah, the one where it has haste.
Isn't it just always almost always better to just make it a 5/5?
Yeah.
Like almost like exclusively better. Like I don't know. Like obviously there's times where you can't deal with a 5/5 flyer, but it does more damage as the haste creature. And then if you kill the 5/5, it doesn't come back. But if you oh god, it just seems so stupid. I guess if you have a 2/4 flyer, but
I mean, it's
obviously there are situations where the 3/3 is going to be worse than the 5/5, but.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, it just seems really strange that, like they're saying that card's worth money, like, it doesn't...
Oh, I think it will be. I don't think it's good, though.
No.
Like...
I'm shocked it was a mythic, like, I couldn't even believe it.
Yeah, I mean, like, is it better than Chandra's Phoenix, like, at any point?
It reminded me of, Archwing Dragon from Avacyn Restored.
Kind of, I guess. It doesn't bounce back to your hand at all.
No, but I mean, if it does the
Right.
if it wasn't paid, it gets it's just
Right. It
just
comes back
3/3
when
when
it
it dies.
dies. When
Yeah,
it dies, not at a turn.
true. I mean, that's one of those things. Like it just seems similar in that respect. Like who would be paying, like 4 mana for a 4 mana for a 3/3 haste that you can recast when it dies? Like it seems like a weaker Chandra's Phoenix. Like it's more expensive. Like I mean, it only if it
Getting
costs
+1/+1 for 1 extra mana, especially from 3 to 4, is not what you want to be doing.
red. I mean, if
If
the
it was
mana,
like a 4/3, then we can start talking.
yeah, or if the mana cost were 3 red or 4, if the mana cost were 4 red, the card would be insane.
Oh, right, because of devotion.
Yeah. I mean,
It cost 4 red and was a 5/2, and had devotion.
It would pretty much be a flying Iran the Relentless. Shoutouts to Iran the Relentless. I mean, if the mana cost was like, 1 and then 3 red, that would be better. But like, I mean, the fact that it's 2 and 2, you're paying 1 extra mana for another Chandra's Phoenix. And, I mean, I gotta imagine there's might be a deck, like a small red deck where that's fine.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you're effectively paying 4 mana to lightning
It'll
strike.
It'll be playable, it's just not gonna be that. I don't think it's gonna be that good.
It's not gonna be amazing.
Also, have you seen the card Guild?
People have been talking about that card.
It's terrible.
People have been talking, like, they've been mentioning that card by name. And I'm like, okay, exile target creature, put a colors artifact token named Gold into the battlefield. It has sack this artifact. That's really cool.
It's cool, but it's terrible.
Oh yeah, it's an awful card. I mean,
compare that card to Sever the Bloodline.
Yeah, I mean, or it's gotta be something like something from Rise of the Eldrazi where it's like, was it Corpse Hatch?
Yeah, but you get the things.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, you get this too. Wait.
Yeah, you get a ball.
Oh, you get the. Oh, okay. So it's like marginally better than I thought it was.
Yeah,
I thought they got it.
No.
What does it matter that you? Oh, that doesn't make sense. Why would you get it?
It's 4 mana. It's 4 mana. Kill something. Get a Lotus Petal.
Yeah.
I mean, at the same time, though, like exile target creature is pretty good because it does hit gods.
Yeah, but compare this to Sever the Bloodline.
Oh, it's clearly awful compared to Sever the Bloodline.
Okay, when I first read this card, I thought it said give it to them, and I thought it cost 1 black, and I'm like, wow, that card is really good. And then I realized it cost 4, and I threw it in the garbage. Yeah, a lot of these cards are just so bad.
Yeah.
Ugh. But, oh well. It's not like you can really do anything about it. I don't even want to talk about Born of the Gods. It just makes me sick thinking about it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, I think the flavor is pretty sweet. Guild is just like a really cool idea for that, whatever. It seems cool, but it seems, the cards just seem weak.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 7 mana reanimate, make it indestructible, scry 2, if it's your turn. Like,
I thought that card was cool.
For 7?
For 7, it's bad.
Yeah, I mean, again, that's one of those things.
EDH, that's a really cool EDH card, though.
Yeah, I mean, this is like, this is really like an EDH kind of set. Like, they got that Chromanticore card, they've got all the random gods, they've got Cure, which is a Planeswalker that, like, is just really just clamoring for EDH.
Yeah.
Is there a second Planeswalker?
No. Not in small sets.
Okay.
There's not gonna be.
Yeah,
I don't think.
I'm assuming there's not going to be another one. I'm just double checking. But yeah, I mean, it seems.
Usually put 1 in small sets.
Yeah, it seems like just, not so great. I mean, this set seems weak.
Yeah, I think this is gonna. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It could turn out to be like Avacyn Restored.
Yeah, probably. There'll be some. I don't know. Avacyn Restored had some good cards though.
It did. Well, it had Restoration Angel, but there's not really that many other like multi-format cards, right? I mean, Gristlebrand too, but yeah. Gristlebrand's more of like a very niche card.
Yeah, I mean, there was Bonfire, which was a standard card. I mean, there's a lot of EDH cards in Avacyn.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like this set's going to be disappointing, and the third set's going to be strong. I feel like.
Hopefully.
Yeah, and I feel like the third set's going to be just the power level's going to be a little bit scaled up.
It might.
Yeah, beyond that, card prices have been just insane lately.
What do you mean?
Like, Karn's up to $50.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just these like crater hoops like 15s. They might have even gone up more. It's just insane. Like some of these modern prices have just gone through the roof. And
Crazy, man.
Yeah, it's not even like modern. Like Fist of Suns is $10. Like
I saw that.
like these are the decks that Vinny Sciabetta plays.
Yeah.
You know, like I can't.
Fist of the Suns. Crazy.
Yeah. You know, like really?
I mean, it lets you cast Emrakul, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about Fist of the Suns, man, but I mean, you never know. If you cast an Emrakul for 5 mana, I mean, how wrong can he go?
True.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know, it seems a little clunky. Yeah, it's 1 mana of each color. Like I mean, you're playing like Chromatic Lantern.
No, in Modern, it's not that hard to do.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, yeah, they got
Fetch lands and shocks.
But your mana base is gonna be a mess.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know, man. You have Deathrite, you have fetch lands, you have all the shock lands.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
It's just like the problem with Punishing Fire. Like if not Punishing Fire, Tribal Flames. Like if you're playing Tribal Flames, you're just gonna be stuck not being able to cast like a Knight of the Reliquary one of those turns you need it, or you know, something like that. Like you're just gonna be you'll occasionally get the awkward mana base where you just don't get there. And I don't know, I feel like that might happen with Fist of Suns.
Punishing Fire?
No, not Punishing Fire, Tribal Flames.
Oh, Tribal Flames, okay.
Yeah. But,
yeah. Yeah, I mean, maybe.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, the thing about that is that Knight of the Reliquary is like an embarrassing card in Modern anyway.
Yeah, it was really good until Scavenging was printed.
And Deathrite.
And then Deathrite was printed.
Well, it was the other way around, but yeah.
No, Ooze, oh yeah. Yeah, oh yeah,
Ooze wasn't legal in Modern.
Ooze was printed first, yeah. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I take that back. I'm all messed up here.
It's okay, man. We're back on the ball.
So yeah.
Where that ball's heading, I don't know.
Yeah, anything else up or
I've been playing a lot of Hearthstone. It's now an open beta, so you can get in on that if you want.
Nice.
In terms of Magic, no, I've like barely touched a Magic card. I played in the standard the Dark Forest Open thing qualifier.
Oh God. the Jeremiah event.
Yeah.
It's really, let's just give Jeremiah a trophy event, pretty much. Like.
Yeah. I mean, I like see the leaderboard and like he's at the top. I'm like, and people are getting too comfortable with it. They're like, oh yeah, I'm playing against Jeremiah. I'm just gonna lose. I'm like, don't be content with losing. It was Kevin Duke. Kevin Duke plays against Jeremiah. I'm like, oh, Kevin Duke, how'd you do? He's like, oh, I lost, but it's okay because it was against Jeremiah. And I'm like, Kevin Duke, never be okay with losing. Like,
yeah.
People are getting way too comfortable. I was like, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna show them. I'm gonna, come up from the dregs. Haven't played in forever, and I just did terrible.
Yeah, it's the only thing like Jeremiah he's a good player, but at the same time, like
yeah,
like
it doesn't matter who it is. Don't be content with losing.
Yeah, the best thing in the world is winning enough to the point where people assume you're good and just are
the
fine.
Deal effect.
Yeah, they're fine. They're fine making misplays. They're fine just being just playing subpar and
like,
justifying
I couldn't beat him anyway.
Yeah, clearly. But yeah, like I mean, as soon as you're like, yeah, I can't beat him, he's good, or it's fine, I lost to him. Like as soon as you start like making excuses, like you've already capped your skill level.
Yeah,
and,
like you don't need to get angry when you lose, but don't be content with it. Like don't start screaming like, oh, I lost, but don't be like, I lost, I couldn't win anyway. Think about what you could have done, or play better or whatever.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that like at any event, if I lose to any player, I'm gonna feel like I should have won. Even if it's a pro player, like I don't care.
Absolutely.
I lost.
Pro players are terrible anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. It's one of those things. I lost to him. Oh, that's okay. He's a pro. I don't care. He's bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like.
Do you think I care that he won back-to-back Grand Prix?
He doesn't even have a playmat.
He doesn't have a PTQ top 8 playmat.
I got the dirtiest look I've like ever gotten at Magic before, and that was
because he probably sees a PTQ top 8 playmat like we see the Game Day Champion playmat. just looks down upon them so much.
Doesn't even have a playmat. Oh my god, I got such a glare. That was priceless.
Yeah, the Turtenwald death stare. Got it. Oh, it was great.
Oh my god, that was just priceless.
They should have made Chromanticar like a 15-15. They should have just made it over the top.
Just insane.
Yeah. Oh well.
It should have made it with like just like some huge EDH flair to it, where it's it does like random stuff.
Yeah, and it's legendary. They definitely should have made it legendary. Although I don't think you can bestow from the command zone, so it'd be kind of stupid.
Yeah. God, I hate Commander. Just throwing it out there for everyone wanting me to talk about Commander.
It's pretty terrible.
Yes.
So what are you gonna do?
Yeah, complain about it.
Yeah.
I've been doing that all day. Just walking around work. Man, I hate Commander.
What? Nothing.
It's like, you mean the general?
Yeah. So, anything else or?
Not really. I mean, seems kind of caught up on things a little bit. I'm gonna hopefully see Eric and Bob Martin and a couple other guys at Baltimore, and hopefully one of them guys do well and things like that.
Yeah.
But
good.
Yeah, I mean beyond that, enjoy your F&Ms, guys. Make sure you appreciate them because they're so much better than the ones I have down here. Just saying. And there's other events coming up too. Actually, I don't know if people are going to hear this before they happen, but I know Collector's doing like Legacy where everyone gets a pack of revised or something. Should check that out. They're doing like Modern Masters, Modern Winter Box or something. There's some events coming up. I don't know.
It's pretty sweet.
I've been kind of back and forth on the Facebook. Like whenever someone posts an event, I was like, I gotta talk about this. Gotta talk about this. We talked about the Dave Adams sealed one, but yeah, actually, you know what we should do? This is the Buffalo's best event. What you want to do is, did you hear this Buffalo PTQ?
Yes, I did.
Yes. The person from Buffalo who finishes the best at that PTQ should get the Buffalo's best.
Yeah.
There you go, right there.
And they should get an order of wings.
What store's
the trophy and an order of wings?
Yeah, what store's going to provide the wings is the problem.
David Adams, because they're doing the PTQ.
Yeah, it's clearly not going to happen. I mean, Blaine's owed me Falafel House for...
That's true. Snap Falafel House.
Snap Falafel House. Never seeing that.
Never saw that. He never provided the picture with the judge girl.
Never did that. Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah. I mean, he's backed up on favors and
PTQ's actually not happening.
That'd be funny.
It's Millennium got 2 this year or something. Back to back PTQs. Like half of me's laughing, half of me's terrified.
Yeah. And you don't have to worry about it. You're not here.
Yeah, true. I worry because I'm not going to be able to hear all the absurd mistakes people make at competitive REL.
That's true.
That's really all I want to hear.
How Vinny is the first person to get DQ'd from the Buffalo PTQ.
He comes prepared with like a full 3-course breakfast. Oh my God. It's like I'm gonna 03 anyway. We got this. And you guys want to split an egg McMuffin?
And you guys bring syrup? Anybody got syrup for trade? Good times.
Yeah, so anyone's got stuff going on, whatever, let us know. We'll be talking about new stuff later on next week. I know it's kind of like a really crappy time right now because there's like nothing going on.
There's nothing going on. This new set sucks. I haven't played in a while. I'm probably going to start playing again when Born of the Gods comes out on Moto. I haven't signed in on Moto in a long time. Yeah,
I mean, like it's just like brutal because like, it's just like this awkward, it's like the last 2 months have just been like the same standard. Like it's, it's mono black, it's, control, it's the Reddick. I mean, and that's fine and all, but like, it just gets boring. There's nothing to talk about. I mean.
Yeah, not too much is happening, at least, locally.
I mean, it's standard. It's still kind of lame. I mean, Thespian Sage is seen playing Legacy, modern specs going on, but, who really cares about that right now?
Yeah.
So if anyone's, going like modern or Legacy events or, your FNMs or whatever, and like, you got some interesting decks that did well or things you want us to try to build a deck or dumb stuff like that, let us know. If you guys want like a tutorial on how to play a deck in modern or Legacy or, if you've got like a homebrew that you want tweaked or whatever, or you find the strengths, weakness, or whatever, like just give us something to do because like the next couple weeks gonna be awful. Like there's nothing else to say about it. Like, Born on the God Spoil has been pretty crappy.
Yep.
Unless you're a huge Commander guy, then, they're kind of exciting. Who cares? But whatever, it's Commander.
Yeah.
I mean, beyond that, like, there's no real innovative decks at this point, so.
Nope.
Actually, if anyone's listening to this and you guys, come up with anything exciting I could do at Baltimore to, like, get attention or whatever, like, have someone sign something stupid or walk up and do, like a little mini interview with someone or whatever, let me know. I don't know, my phone records or whatever, or I can, like, get a picture with some guy and we can alter it or something. Just do something stupid. Like, come up and let me know what we can do.
Yeah.
Help me entertaining for you.
Yeah. That'd be funny.
Yeah. There's also, I know there's other events coming up in the near future. I think there's like I don't know if it's a Star City or a Grand Prix in Pittsburgh, in Philadelphia soon. Or not soon, like the next couple of months.
Yeah.
But if anyone's interested in going to that, I will probably be there, and you should let me know, and I can, hang out with you guys and all that stuff, because I miss the Buffalo Guides, some more than others, some not at all. Not gonna name names. Oh my god, I didn't even tell you about, the first FNM I went to, like, it was just like, there was this guy, dude just stank, like, I mean, and people smell, but like this guy, like this was this was one of those like I gotta back off kind of odors. Like I just need to just back off a little bit, whatever.
Yeah.
Just brutal, like, oh my god, disgusting. And this is round 3, and he's sitting next to me, and I'm like, this is just hell. This is like hell, right?
Yeah.
Just brutal. And then he's playing like the people are like awful. He's playing like Rorik Thar, like. This match was like actually like semi decent. Like they're playing like they're both playing like red green Rampish, but like the decks were like just bad versions of it. I mean, but whatever. The guy's playing like Rorik Thar, and he's like at 5 life, and then he's like, I'll bestow my Boon Satyr on it, and whatever. So I finished my match. I look over, and then I'm like yeah, did you take the 6 off the bestow? He's like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, you cast the Boon Satyr, it's an enchantment on the deck. He's like, oh, it's an enchant creature. And I'm like, an enchant creature is an enchantment. He's like, well, it's still a creature. I was like, I don't think you know how that works. He's like, I'm pretty sure I do. I've played the deck before.
Well, what does Rorik Thar say?
Rorik Thar says when someone casts a non-creature spell, they take 6.
Yeah, that he wouldn't take 6 from that.
No, he does take 6.
No.
Yeah, when you play it as it's an aura.
No, it's both on the stack.
I'm pretty sure that's not the case.
No, it definitely is.
I don't know.
You can essence scatter it if you bestow. I'm almost positive.
I'm gonna check this out.
I'm pretty sure when it's on the stack, it's both, because you can essence scatter it, and you can't negate it.
I don't know on this. I was kind of.
It's still a creature. It's still a creature on the stack. It's not a creature when it's enchanting something, though.
If you cast a bestow card normally, it's an enchant creature spell. It's an enchant creature spell that resolves. It's an enchantment creature spell that resolves and becomes an enchantment.
Yeah.
It's on the battlefield. If you cast it for the bestow cost, it's never a creature spell. Instead, it's an aura spell with enchant creature. Yes.
Really?
Yes. So yeah, I was telling the guy about it, and he's like, no, like that's not how. I was actually terrified that I was just like wrong, and I got this guy lost. But I'm so good. But he's like, so he's like, oh, I'm pretty sure I'm right, and I was like saying like, I don't think so. And he's giving like this look, and I'm like, I'm sorry, man, I'm pretty sure you're wrong. So I call the other guy over, and I'm like, just double check this for me. And he's like, oh, I guess I'm wrong. And I'm like, yeah, that's right. Screw up your cards, asshole. So I want to take a shower while you're at it. Doing me a real solid.
Yeah, screw you, Conley Woods.
Hey, Conley Wood showers. And we know Craig Wesco washes his hands too.
That's true. Dunkler to Bunkler.
Yeah, if you guys have any random things you want me to like say or do whatever, I will do it. If I see a pro, I will debunk.
He'll do anything.
I will probably not. God, I hope Tom Martell's not there. Actually, I hope he's there. I can make fun of him.
He's not going to be there. He lives in like California.
Damn, I hope.
Why the hell would he go to a random event in Baltimore?
I don't know. He's got less of a life than we do.
Probably.
But yeah, on top of that, I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah. That was a surprising amount of content for the amount I've kept up lately.
Yeah, I mean, it's really not much, but yeah, so I mean, in the future coming up, there's Star City in Somerset, there's a Grand Prix in Richmond, March 8th and 9th, it's format modern, which is going to be awful, whatever. I'm going to be there.
But there's a Star City?
Well, it's a Grand Prix. Star City's right in Richmond.
Oh, okay.
There's also one in Cincinnati I might be able to go to. One in Philly I'm going to go to. God, there's one in DC, which is going to be sweet.
Sweet.
June. End of June. Yeah, I actually don't live in DC. I live in Fairfax, which is like 8 miles from DC, which is like 3 hours from DC. But yeah, whatever. So yeah, if anyone's around and bored, just hit me up, whatever. I know I've been talking to Josh Horton a little bit. I've been talking to Bianchi a little bit, watching him stream and stuff like that. So, I know I'm not like in Buffalo, but I'm still only part of the community, guys, and so forth. If not, you can all go to hell. I'm fine with that as well.
Yeah, just remember, if you stop talking to him, he'll eventually, if you stop believing in him, he'll eventually disappear. So, you know what to do.
I'm more like the Grinch than Santa Claus. How the Grinch got your trade binder. And my binder grew 3 sizes that. I got that smile that curls around. I'm wearing the Dr. Seuss hat anyway. See, those Christmas jokes we didn't get in because we were busy.
Yeah. That's for any time though.
I do like being compared to the Grinch.
Yeah. See, people call me the Grinch all the time, but I'm like, I'm not the Grinch because I like hate Christmas and all that stuff. Like, I'm not the Grinch. The Grinch learns a lesson at the end of the movie.
Love it.
Yeah. Have we met our quota for fake outros yet?
Probably. Some things never change.
No.
So yeah, on that note, good luck to the guys in Baltimore. Good luck to me. I know we'd be in a new area. I've never been to Baltimore before, so I'm hoping the binders are live. Loading up on those Carnival Hell steeds. I mean, it's like I traded for a couple True Name Nemesis, and like these guys wanted like I've just like cards that, like I don't even know, like just pulling out junk.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you just keep going, man. So I gotta thin these rares out anyway. It was either trade them to you or burn them. So. So I got 2 true names I'm looking to move. So that's gonna be the hot move of the week, guys. Yep. With two true names I'm gonna move. Hopefully. Don't know what I'm looking for, but we'll play it by ear. So, yep. Any other stuff you guys got, just get a hold of us. Like us on Facebook. I mean,
all the normal stuff.
Hi, Scott.
What's up, Scott?
You're the only one listening.
It's okay.
But yeah, we will catch you guys next week. And thanks for getting back on, John, and thanks for dunkling it up, son.
Yep.
All right, later, guys.